What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's your day been? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. What's up, Justin? Test. We're back with more Ace Attorney investigations. Last week, oh my god, Brett. The case was so long. So TLDR, somebody got kidnapped. An acquaintance of Miles Edgeworth got kidnapped. His son, the acquaintance's son. And they asked Miles Edgeworth to come drop the ransom money and potentially catch the kidnapper. Miles Edgeworth got knocked out, tied up in some room in an amusement park. It's all happened in an amusement park, by the way. We meet the freaking great thief Yatagarasu, but it's not really Yatagarasu. It's actually the second generation Yatagarasu, who we meet while tied up. They help us escape the room, and then we find out that the second member of the Interpol that was working with Von Karma and that other guy that died is here also investigating this kidnapping, which turned out to be a murder because some guy died. The guy that died was the butler of the kid that got kidnapped, and the butler happened to be the kid's lover's father, who changed his identity after escaping prison. When he was in prison for 10 years, escaped, changed his identity, ended up working at the same place as his daughter. The daughter didn't even know that was her dad. Her dad's dead. And now they're pinning all the blame on the daughter, saying, oh, she killed her dad, yada, yada, yada. Also, the son wasn't even kidnapped. He took his dad's money, or he set up a fake kidnapping so they could take $1 million off his dad. At first, we thought it was so he could run away with his girlfriend, who was also his maid and childhood friend. But it's all over the place. But the son actually owes $1 million in loan fees because he loaned from the same place in the first trilogy, that lady who was the daughter of the granddaughter of a big mafia guy. So he was using the maid / his girlfriend and using her dad, who they didn't even know was her dad. And they framed her for murder. And it's crazy because we have all the evidence that points to the son, but now the dad is covering for the son because the dad is using his money to sway the police chief, and he owns the park now, or not the park, he owns the haunted house where we need to get evidence from to convict the son. So that's where we're at right now. We gotta pull to the haunted house and somehow find a way to once again prove that the son is the actual murderer. The only Easter egg that I saw that I recognized was that the company that the son loaned the money from is ran by that same girl in the other trilogy who had the loan company, and she got injured, and she looks really gloomy, and her grandfather's like a big mafia boss. If there was other stuff, then I didn't notice it. Or it hasn't been shown yet. I mean, aside from all the police badgers, like, I was so confused at first because I'm like, why are they using the police badger at an amusement park? But this park was like funded by not funded, but I guess like co-opened by the police department. I don't know, it was weird. But what's up, Zombie Doll? What's up, Safari? How's it going? Hope you're both having a good Wednesday. I'm be here for 2 no-show lives today. I mean, I'm be here for 2 of my breaks. Hey man, you don't gotta be here for the breaks. I'm obviously I'm glad you're popping up, but you use your break to have a break too. You don't gotta watch the stream. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, hopefully we can wrap up this case today. I think this is the last part of the case because I thought it was gonna be 4 parts like the other one, but it was a 5-parter. So hopefully we'll wrap up this case, and then we'll most likely start the next one, assuming it doesn't take us a whole dang stream to finish up this one. What's up, Ronnie? How's it going? How's your day? Don't forget to have a good Wednesday. Watching you in 360p because I got Premiere open. This is how my work days every Wednesday and Friday. Hey, I'm happy I could, give you that highlight, Safari. I don't know if you'll still be able to see it, but if not, I'll just show you after the case. Was there anything else? I'm trying to think. Definitely the girl who loaned the son money. That has to be one of the Easter eggs, because she was from the other game. We saw freaking Wendy Oldbat, but I don't know if that counts as an Easter egg. We saw the science girl, the one who wants to be a forensic scientist, but I also don't think that's an Easter egg either. I don't know. I guess, yeah, I guess you'll tell me after. Feel like I'm watching you on Wii. Yeah, shout out to the Nintendo Wii. Solid console. Anyways, enough yapping for me, bro. Let's lock in. Yeah, so I think now we're gonna go to the haunted house because we need to prove that the glass inside this costume is from the haunted house because they killed her dad, who she didn't even know was her dad, in the haunted house. Well, specifically, this guy killed her dad. She didn't know it was her dad. She got finessed into framing a kidnapping so this guy could pay off $1 million debt. But now his dad is trying to pay it off, or trying to cover it up because he doesn't want his son to go to jail. I think we declared the Wii was way more marketing than being a good console. I mean, I'm not saying it was the perfect console, but I definitely have like fond memories playing on the Wii for sure. Like, but I also remember being super pissed off playing the Wii with my siblings, bruh. Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks to playing freaking like Wii bowling or freaking Mario or Sonic at the Olympics. I hated playing Mario or Sonic at the Olympics with my siblings, bruh. Fucking assholes. But I guess still fun overall. Shut the fuck up, the Wii is peak. Watch your mouth, boy. Watch your mouth, boy is crazy. Yeah, you gotta take a laugh at that. Just crazy aggression out of nowhere. It was never that deep. If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this. And what is that? When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Did she go talk about the Steel Samurai? It'd be Mark to his family definitely contributed to history and tend to never keep it up with other tech. No, 100%. It was definitely, bro, it's crazy because I think the Wii is the only console when I asked my mom to buy it one, she was like, sure. And I was taken aback. But you know what it was? I think it was mainly the Wii Sports and the Wii Fitboard. Because my mom saw the Wii Fitboard and she's like, oh, they can like, they can, you know, get good exercise while gaming. Yippee! The Dickens video said, wait, where's shit TV? You ain't timed them out? I wouldn't have thought no. I don't think, well, worse stuff? I mean, I feel like it's probably just Tainted, but Tainted is just because 100% I know Tainted is just being stupid. Safari, it's like 50-50, honestly. If you can, try going to the way to the right of this area if you're able to explore it. I don't know if they'll let me. I think we'll go straight to the haunted house. You know what I think it was? I think it's just because he said boy. I think that's the part I was like, that's kind of crazy. Because watch your mouth, boy, kind of wild. Sorry for the crash. I'm super passionate about the Wii. Sure. Of course, it's the passion for the Wii. For Heavy Rain, was that Tainted or was that somebody else? I can't remember. If it was Tainted, then I'll be honest, half the time I'd be ignoring Tainted in the chat, I'm not gonna lie. But if it was someone else, then I don't remember. Shower shit? No, I don't, honestly. My memory's trash. I was in the shower and I still walking for content? Oh, I remember it now. Cause it's crazy because you mentioned the eggs part and that's what made me remember. I think that was Peanuts. Oh, I think that's probably why I didn't time her out because I know Peanuts is sensitive about like freaking stuff like that. I don't know. just because like personal experiences. I mean, I get it. I definitely like if it was someone I didn't know, 100% they would have got timed out. But I know Panetta and I know like some experiences they've been through. Like I don't think they meant harm, but you know, definitely a more tense moment between chatters than usual. When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it in me. For I am I forgot her name was freaking Parade. The second of the great Yatagarasu. I don't think she should be saying that in public. When there's like 1, 2, 3... I guess, well, 3 cops and 1 freaking prosecutor here. But I thought you were a thief, not a hero. The Yatagarasu... I can't speak. The Yatagarasu is a noble and is always a thief of justice. Just don't fuck with me? Who are you talking to? You just got timed out. You know, bigger One Piece hat? Yeah, okay. Sure. That's of course. If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony, you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. We may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang. So you want to use your little toy? Be my guest. Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Detective Gumshoe, is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police's reference documents? I got option to be yes, sir. We got it just in case we needed it for the kidnapping case. Alright, I'll input the haunted house data then. Data? Oh, so we're not even going to the haunted house, we're just simulating it. Dang. What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house. Even if we can't expect the real location itself, the path of the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to walk back, Justin. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, what should I recreate first? You haven't figured it out yet? Maybe I have, and maybe I haven't. But I'm gonna make you do all the hard work. Very well, I'd like you to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. What type of kid trial is this? I mean, they're all murder trials, but this was it started as a kidnapping, and then turned into a murder case. The 2 of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. What the heck am I supposed to do? If I had just come out of the hallways after leaving the money inside the dining room, at the time I saw a badger slumped over. Okay, I do remember that. What was a badger doing all the way down there? I also thought it was strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere. Do you know which badger it was? No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette. In that case, I guess I'll just program a badger silhouette in for now. Okay, programming complete. Then I started walking towards the exit. And that's when you were struck from behind, right? Yes. But that's odd. The hallway is a dead end. Where did your assailant come from? There's only one location. Brad had to be freaking where the badger was. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here.
Take that!
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was in fact a costume kidnapper. Oh, so he used the costume as the perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house. Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this. Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself. was about to say that's crazy, but she's a thief, so. Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? Have you ever played the Nier games? Not a single one. Well, Lance, what are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom. He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright then, you're claiming that it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me. Yes, I'm sure it was him. Okay, inputting the new info. Now, Mr. Deacon was the bad badger, right? Since the badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon is in his left hand. Nearest speakers if I ever want to play them? I don't know, honestly. I've heard good things about the games. But I feel like between like being spoiled and a bunch of stuff and just like, you know, having other games to play, probably not anytime soon. It's funny because Bean has asked me to play it before, and every time I'll tell him like once it goes on sale for $20 Canadian, I'll buy it and play it. But I think every time it's ever been on sale, it's been like 25 or 30 Canadian, so maybe one day. Now to verify the facts of his recreation. Okay, so first things first, I gotta see the mirror. Oh wait, we can't see the mirror over there? Cause I thought one of them was broken and they moved it over. When you take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors. Indeed, who's ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before? Well, at least we know this is the real crime scene thanks to these mirrors. Now, I'm out of 16 bucks. That's 16 American. Canadian, how much is that? Canadian, it's 21.40. See, it's not 20 bucks. If it was 20 bucks, I would have copped it. But it's 142 bucks. So maybe next year. Oh, the ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from the mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back. These pieces from that costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? Oh, is it the lights instead? Because these are broken too. I remember glancing over and seeing this figure sitting here as I left the dining room, so I guess I got it spot on when I put it here in my recreation. I didn't take a good look, but I'm sure there was a badger here. I imagine this is how he snuck up on you. That gadget of yours can even replicate people's movements. Well, it's used to plan heists, so of course it's got to be able to simulate the police. It's definitely very well made. Perhaps too well made. Maybe I should confiscate it after the investigation. You didn't recreate the weapon? Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with? The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. But I doubt it was someone's bare hand. Okay, then where were you hit? I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious. Ouch, sounds painful. Why are you smirking like that when you say it? It's just your imagination. Now let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as the weapon. I'm looking for something the culprit could have used to hit you with. Probably the freaking toy sword, right? Because there's one, there's like one in that freaking thing there.
Take that!
Yeah, maybe he like grabbed one from here or like somebody else or somewhere else. I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword. Are you talking about this thing here? Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me, to leave no evidence behind, right? Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet. Okay, so what test do you want to run on this sword? Probably luminol oil, right? To see if there's blood, any blood left. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so a fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lam, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Sheena, call the lab boys. Understood. Ah, there is. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless. So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Okay. I'll update then the recreation with the new this new piece of information. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. If it hit him on his left, which is our right, wouldn't the blood be on this side and not the other side? What if I gifted you? I would decline the gift because I have other games to play. I gotta get through my backlog. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? And wasn't bro left-handed? No, he was right-handed. Yeah, so why would he swing it with his left?
Eureka!
According to this document, the victim was right-handed. Aha, I guess I should change which hand is holding the weapon then.
Not so fast!
When is the Nostromo mansion tour stream? Bruh, you tour your mansion first, then I'll tour my apartment, because I don't have a mansion like you do. Well, what's up, Prince? How's it going? How's your day? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Hold on, you two. You didn't think I was going to ignore something like that, did you? What are you talking about? Look, no interrupting when I'm about to have a little fun. Ha! Even if you change your recreation, you'd only be wasting your time. Imagine us going band for band now. The only one with bands in a mansion is Persa. It's not possible for that thing to hold something in its right hand, you know? But Mr. Edgeworth's logic is, what's that thing called? The Bad Badger? Just take another good look at its right hand. What do you think, Agent Lang? I was saying he was kind of cool. I liked the poses he was doing in the last stream, but everyone was saying that he was cringe, and I was cringe for liking it. Like when he did the prayer hands pose, and I was like, yo, that's kind of tough. And I think it was Kai. Kai was like, nah, that's cringe as hell. Oh, I forgot. The weapon is in its right hand because there's already a gun in it. Nah, don't let chat fool you. He looked like he got swag. What's up, Phoenix? How's it going? How's your day? Don't feel pretty good. Wednesday. That goofy mascot again? On goodness, bro. I never thought this thing would return. Precisely. You knew that already. Yes, and I also know that the Badger was holding the weapon in his right hand. Huh? Are you aware of what's coming out of your mouth? You just contradicted yourself. I have evidence, of course. Proof that the culprit held the sword in his right hand. Sounds interesting. Alright, then show me this evidence. Wasn't one of the models, they got their freaking gun ripped off the costumes, right? Yeah.
Take that!
I'd like to point to you to this piece of evidence. What the heck kind of proof is that supposed to be, Mr. Prosecutor? Can it be that you don't know your left from your right? Poppycock, perhaps that was it. Wait, how? That was the freaking thing. Oh, you know what? I probably have to freaking present the sword, don't I? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Get your head on straight. Look, think about when you're picking a lock. You hold the lock pick in your right hand. Okay, that's only if you're right-handed and interested in thievery. Agent Lang, accept my apologies. I will now show you what I had meant to show you all along. Bro, that's BS, bro. I feel like that should have counted. The piece of evidence the culprit held the weapon in his right hand was struck. Oh my god, it's so dumb. I feel like if I showed this, they should have known that we could have just talked about how one of the costumes had their freaking thing missing, but okay.
Take that!
The answer is the weapon itself. Except for a bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would have been on the opposite side. But the replica badger isn't holding the sword in his right hand. Exactly. I don't know what's going on anymore. Giving up already? It's simple. If he can't hold it in the sword in his left or right hand, then the one who struck me could not have been the bad badger. We could have explained that with the missing model gun. This shit's so dumb. Hold on, give me 1 second. Are you paying attention, Lance? Urk? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. Fine, it was me, I hit you. It appears that you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance? Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Ah, yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. For you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Kate, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say the Proto-Badger? You got it, here I go. Now we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me. Alright, all we have to do is examine this new recreation and... And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? That amusing little gadget sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of Little Thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other. You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by listening. But the crude conclusions you keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? Well, when you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm going to let you in on this. There's a trick to this haunted house. And what may that be exactly? A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Sheena. Here you are. Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet. The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House, the Disappearing Badger. What is this? I say that someone around here is fond of theatrics. As you can see, they set a doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. Bro, this guy freaking sucks. Got my boss in Uma Musume. We started to have a big screen with Musume anime watch party in career mode every Friday now. Yo. How can this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window. But that can't be, right? Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead. If the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? Do you get it now? Thanks to your presumptions, your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse. Mr. Edgeworth? Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? I can't quit, not until I can declare that I've found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks. There you go again. We'll see if I care. Okay, I'm updating the recreation now. Whew. That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto badger all of a sudden. If the slumped over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding? Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. I mean, it's gotta be with freaking, this so-called doll, right? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. So it's gotta be something with this, right? Okay. Oh, Dad, what's up, Ray? How's it going? How's your day been? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. And I've had my share of all that. when W, for real. What am I supposed to be noticing here? I'm not gonna lie, this doll looks the same. The better horses of the babies. That is kind of crazy. Is it the belt? Am I supposed to notice that tiny detail that it's on this side instead of the other side? Yeah, because here it's over there, right? And I think it's the same with this, right? Or no, on this one it's over there. I wonder why. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be what I'm supposed to be noticing, right? Cause I think even in here, yeah, it's the other way. I wonder why it's different. Wow, it really was that small little thing on the belt. Hold on a second here. There is something wrong with this blue badger. Huh? Like what? But they're gonna say it looks the same in the pamphlet, and that might cook me. The way the belt is on him, it's opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake? That can't be. I inputted the image exactly as it is in the pamphlet. So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? That's what I want to know. I mean, these are the only things we have, honestly, so they gotta be connected somehow, right? Okay, do you remember what you said earlier? What I said earlier about what? about how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors. A house of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image. Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one. Then was the blue badger you saw just a reflection? When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror, then it would actually form an L shape, right? Precisely. Wait, but didn't we put in the blueprints of this freaking building? If it was an L shape, we would have known. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway. Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me. Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for very specific purposes, one I can point out to you. Soggy. Nah, for real, we do be putting puzzle pieces together. This was the reason they built a mirror wall. I don't freaking know. Oh, I guess because it's disappearing. The mirror wall so you can disappear and scare people. I hope at least. Cause I'm not gonna lie, we don't got nothing else.
Take that!
Thank God. As is written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger. You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there. That was true at the time, however, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. I mean, if they move the mirror wall, I think. Oh my God, hi, Kevin. What's up, Kevin? How's it going? It's gotta be move the mirror wall, surely, surely. To remove a reflected image, simply remove the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created. Of course. Oh, so when they wanted to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror. And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. Okay. This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them, of course. And if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway, then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit. Yeah, because if he was hiding here, you know, first this is shown, so you see this, and that's where the doll is. And then this closes, and then he's there, and he just comes up and bonks you. Huh? How so? Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept out of sight by hiding there. Is he literally hiding back here?
Take that!
There was a very large blind spot, one I cannot see beyond, and it was here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror, then you wouldn't be able to see him. He didn't even need me to do anything to the blue badger doll. Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror. Wait, hold on. I just thought of something. Yes? Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality? Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? That's a good question. When was it broken? Okay, we don't care about no damn. Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that's sound. Leave the money and go now. Oh, that sound error was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information. Do you ever fix your emotes? What, the 7 TV ones? Yeah, they work now, I'm pretty sure. They were working on when I did them in the last stream, or the last time we talked about them, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why it's not working for you. Because if I do it, it works for me. No, look. Hold on. I gotta go to my freaking Twitch channel. If it ever freaking loads. Oh my god, I hate Twitch so much. Garbage site. Where's the COD emote? Yeah, see, it works for me. Oh, is it really case sensitive? Is that what it is? If that's the case, that's funny as well. Ah, don't scare me like that. Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me. Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need? Anyway, if you can first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining room. You got it, dude. Now this, I believe, this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of the mirror shattering. You heard what? Then... Yes, I believe it was then the mirror was broken. Okay, so when you stepped outside into the hallway again, the mirror wall should no longer exist, Kay. Please recreate that. Wait, the whole wall broke? I mean, I guess if it was made out of only mirrors, that's possible. Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth? That's a good question. Ha, that's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. Oh, I think this is about wraps it up. Look, looks like we finally solved everything. No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head. Huh? Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies... Oh, I guess it's because if the mirror wall is broken, he wouldn't be able to see the costume that's reflected. So what did he see down here? Right?
Take that!
Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall. Oh, there's no blue badger there. Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction. And that's probably freaking the guy that got murdered. He probably, the Lance probably threw his body here so that it still looked like something was being reflected. So let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right? And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery bat bro. It's freaking, what's his face? The guy that died. I guess we can use victim's costume. Yeah. The badger I saw was in actuality the dead victim's body. Urk! What? Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final, decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken. Ha, you were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection!
There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Ayah! Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Urk! Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Amano. Damn, he's strong as hell. Ew. I'm sorry. What I don't understand is, if his dad has so much money, why did he go to a loan company for $1 million? It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I had taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See, that's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. Shut the heck up. That remains to be seen and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. Heh, as if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get him out of my sight. Oh, he's getting arrested too, or is it the lady? Wait, I had nothing to do with the murderer. The only person you should be arresting is Lance. Dad! Did he faint? Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. W Dad? Grrr. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wooed me. I came all this way from across the sea just to see you, you know. You came to see me? What's that supposed to mean? Is he involved in the criminal arts theft ring or whatever? Is that how he became so rich? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name that you used here for that case? Sheena. It's known as the KG8 incident. Oh, he started sweating. The KG8 incident? Oh, so you remember it. Good. Now you'll recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling, there's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Devore. And he's dead now. Dang. Maybe him being killed was a bigger thing than just him being shot accidentally by Lance. Father. Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Devore, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Devore was arrested in your place, which is why when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret. Now. Please calm down. Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. Heh. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway, for a nice long chat. Hold it! What the? Who the heck was that? No way! Didn't we lock this guy up? Isn't that guy dead? What the hell? I thought he died. Huh? What's going on? And who the heck are you? I'm Jacques Portsman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Ah, Jacques, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So, if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors. The whole lot of you. How is this guy alive? Alright, I'm surprised Edris didn't say nothing. We saw that guy die. Guys, arrest the 2 suspects. Sir. Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edris, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, is there any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. Heh, it's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Amano and the smuggling ring. No, it's not. If anything, please tell me he's still here. No, it's that freaking Portsman guy. He gotta be the corrupt prosecutor. And how is that other detective alive? No, I would never do such a thing. What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. That is true. Freaking Edward's dad was freaking doing hella illegal shit. Ha ha ha. Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years? Every defendant must be found guilty? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that the courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Update autopsy report, Von Karma was not his dad? What are you talking about? That's his dad, bro. Oh, never mind, Von Karma, whoopsie. I mean, it basically was his dad. It basically was his dad. His dad is... It basically was his dad, bro. His dad died right in front of him. Von Karma basically raised him, bro. Horrible father figure? Hey, man. You're not wrong. It's freaking... It's you know why? I always think Von Karma is his dad because of the way him and Francisca act. They're damn near siblings the way they be acting with each other. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all? Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. The double pose? So don't you forget it. That was kind of hard. Please wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-horned house of Lang in Zhangfa. The head of all police relations, the head of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood. Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts. How can that be? A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence on one of the Lang detectives. What the heck? You have a sippy cup or something? What is that noise? That's just my water bottle. It's one of those water bottles that, you know how they have the tip that folds and closes, and it has like the straw inside of it. But I don't have the straw inside of it anymore, so I just drink from it directly, and it makes that noise. Because there's like a little air hole there. Also, y'all about to get hit with ads in like 30 seconds. So if you're not subbed up, sub up, Twitch Prime, Twitch Turbo, ad blocker, whatever you gotta do. Yeah, whatever sippy cup. God forbid I hydrate myself. Oh, woe is me. Drinking from a freaking water bottle. Oh my god. SpongeBob sippy cup? Where did the straw go? I don't know. MIA. Lost and never found. Sippy cup, that's adorable. This is insane. We're not gonna start this narrative. Damn! I'm being bullied into not drinking water, but it's over. Lincoln would be disappointed in every single one of you. You better go. You better go find this sippy cup, boy. What the hell? What's with all this freaking animosity, bro? What did I do? Y'all act like I freaking spit water in your faces the way you're acting towards me. Nah, this is insane. Throw it back. Yeah, we know about person. This guy's a freak. This guy literally said sippy cup, that's adorable, and now he wants to see me shake that ass. Side bow. Insane.
What's so funny about yelling out penis? You're sus as fuck.
Trying to see it shaking. I need you. Oiled up and body naked.
This is what you wanted? Was this worth the 10,000 for you? This is what you're into?
Trying to see it shaking. Yeah, baby, throw it back. But one time. Trying to make it all naked. Trying to make it go shine. Trying to make it big time. Yeah, baby, throw it back.
It's crazy that this happened during the ad breaks too, but I guess the people that are subbed will get to see it. Yes, it was worth it, Sippy Cup boys. Boys? Why plural? Side out calibration. Insane. Anyways, a prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence's purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust. But not all prosecutors are like that. I mean, your dad was like that, you were like that, Francisco was like that, that one balding prosecutor's like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor. So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. They just need character arcs. Bro, you shouldn't need a character arc to be a decent person. I'm not even saying you have to be a good person. Just decent where you're not cheating at your job to secure the win. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim. We better catch up. Why? Bro, Edris gotta be crazy, bro. Gumshoe, too. We saw this guy's dead body in your office, and you're not gonna say nothing? Yeah. We've still got to deliver that thing to the old man, after all. This guy gotta be the corrupt one. Or someone gay as hell like Phoenix give up their OG dream just to converse and change you. Wait, yeah, I guess that is true. He did want to be a prosecutor, then he was like, never mind. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves. Yeah, are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth? No. I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off in my office? No problem, sir. Excuse me. Yes, what is it? That is, thank you very much. That's okay, no need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective. I guess I was fooled pretty bad by Lance. Every time she eats that ring pop, bro. Throw that shit away. How long, bro, how long has she had that ring pop for? Okay, calm down, it was never that deep. Put the scissors down. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it, I'm a failure. Ah, there she goes again, talking to herself. Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping. No, I have no idea. Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the beginning he had no interest in the staged self-abduction. Wait, then why did he... I believe it's because of your presence, Miss Pops. Me? Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. DeVore into cooperating. My father. As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Yamato family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. She's just anxious she never had a ring pop that good before. Now, what flavor is that? What flavor is that it was so good that she's keeping it around? Go on, speak your mind. That is... Thank you very much. You're welcome. Although there's no need to thank me. Cherry? I feel like that's a crazy take. Although I am a fan of cherry flavored things, but I know a lot of people don't like cherry flavored candy because they think it tastes like medicine. Ah, no, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man is so much older than you. Hehe, looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to go, sir. Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief. What are you going on about now? Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. No way you're talking. Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just going to have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know. Actually, nah, I was gonna say, was she the one in our office who pointed the gun at us? Because surely that's not true, right? What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl? Looks like you totally forgot me, too, Gummy. Gummy? Here, maybe this will jog your memories. I promised I'd return this to you one day, remember? That single piece of cloth took me back far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago when I first met the then child Kay. And Detective Gumshoe. What the... Is the next case about to be a flashback? What's going on? You may or may not have missed it. Yeah, well, let me see what you're talking about now. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, we definitely missed that. Why are they there? They're just chilling there? What? They're what? I gotta show this to the stream, bro. The stream gotta see this. What the heck? Bro, imagine going there and seeing Phoenix, right? And be like, hey, we need help, Phoenix, please. Just 3 ghosts in the game. Where's my stupid browser thing? Where's browser audio? That's so crazy. They say that couples who cross this bridge together will find happiness. Or so the Gatewater Land pamphlet says. But do you think that they'd already be happy because they were able to come together? Logistics aside, I wonder who came up with this tale and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be the stuff of legends. Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss. That's so crazy. It's literally just a whole gang hanging out. Ariana, what are you doing here? That's so crazy. Even when it's not his game, this guy can't avoid being around like murder cases and stuff, bro. That's so funny. Truly, he has the worst luck. Don't have his eyes closed? No, I didn't even realize you could go that far when I was investigating that area. I was just trying to figure out who was freaking the real killer. Turn about reminiscence. Is this really going to be a flashback case? Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. Seven years, damn. Yo, it's the bald judge. Yeah, that's right, I did it. I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yatagarasu that told me to do it. I asked the defendant, just what exactly you're trying to say. Don't you get it? I know the true identity of Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. What? Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu? That's exactly objection. Mr. Rao, I think we've heard just about enough out of you. Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling you the truth. You've got to believe me. Dang. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. And I'm guessing Edris took over? Be able to make something to eat that. Dang. It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be... Oh, this was his first assignment? Didn't somebody die in his first assignment? or am I tripping, bro? Is this about to go horribly wrong? Is this about to go horribly wrong? Edworth. Von Karma. Sir. Have you read over all the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. to have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career. I am honored and proud. You always getting full. Haha. Get it, guys? It's a Duke Dennis meme. It's a Duke Dennis meme. Yeah, this baby under. This is what he saw, that trashy freaking undercoat thing. And the weird freaking fluffy thing here. As I've watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Yes, sir. Look at this evil-ass guy, bro. No way he wasn't evil. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. Oh, we can just walk around and shit? Shit. That's a fun karma way, it really is. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute, because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is he claims that the case prosecutor, Brian Faraday, which has to be the girl's dad, gave the order. Ha! Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Brian Faraday? He's a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. You know what's crazy? He still has the bullet in his shoulder, at least at this point. You're right! Nah, this guy was actually so evil, bro. Imagine keeping it. This guy was actually crazy. Like, when you really think about it, this guy was a lunatic. I don't know how he became a prosecutor. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals. I see. Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday has will not be forgiven. Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor, Brian Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt. Very good. I've secured an hour of races for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all. The power of Von Karma. So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case? Yes, sir. I have memorized everything that is written down in the case file. Well, then explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you're talking about. Understood. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Codopian embassy. The victim, Mr. Deadman. The victim, Mr. Deadman, was a staff member at the embassy. He had all that damn time to get it removed. It's more like he didn't want it to be removed. Yeah, because then they could have been like, hey, on this date and time, you had a surgery to remove a bullet. What was that bullet about? And he'd be like, The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackerel, like a fish, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagarasu had successfully infiltrated the Codopian embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill Deadman. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. It's possible that he wants to go down well in the spotlight if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. Damn. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rel as the murderer. The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitor's gallery. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to, by the real Yatagarasu, Brian Faraday. That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to be simply the murder of a Kodopian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident. The second KG-8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I afraid I failed to study hard enough. Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to. Could you please enlighten me, sir? Probably because it could have been traced back to him, but still he could have gone out of the country to get it removed and got rid of it. That is true. In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. KG incident overview data jotted down in my organizer. You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct? Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling. Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano Group, and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Kodohopen embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Yes. A Kodohopen by the name of Manny Kochin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Lack of evidence? Watch Manny Kochin be that Portsman's dad or something, because, you know, Kochin sports. Lack of evidence. Ha! If only I was in charge of the case. I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor really is dedicated. Farade was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever. Mr. Farade was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well? That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against the smuggling organization. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify. You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as it did in the KG-8 incident. So that's why it's being called the second KG-8 incident. Yes. Yet there is one difference between the two incidents. What would that be? The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu, I better find out more. If that is true, then if it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Kodohopen embassy, what could he or she have been after? No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. Or more likely to steal the secrets of the Kodopian embassy itself, since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police. What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police? I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagasaru had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say? That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Farade. Mr. Farade? He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well. He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG-8 incident and the Yatagarasu case? Mr. Farade really has a lot on his plate. Oh, it's her as a kid. What is it, little girl? You're scary, mister. Did you need something? I want to trade these coins with you. A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies, but it looks like you've got exactly $1. Is this what you want? Thanks, that's exactly what I needed. Could that child be here to watch the trial? How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have any respect for this country's judicial system anymore? The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete. Why, do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes? I'm so sorry. I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant. Go? It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. A proud one you are. You had better collect the evidence from Friday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. Why do the prosecutors have so much power over the bailiffs and the detectives, bro? I feel like they should not be handling their pay or like being able to fire them. That's crazy to me. I like how he has the same pose as his teacher. Just what is going on? Why isn't Friday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either? Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure, I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, the judge is already back. Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Somebody got shot. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume. However, yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to? Shut up, Siri! Stop spying on me! My name not Justin, just out. What I mean, made an omelet with the pollo jalapeno I made last night. Meet up. Siri, one moment, bro. She's spying on me, bro. I wasn't even talking to her. It's an emergency, sirs. Yo, it's Gumshoe. Silence. There shall be no yelling in this sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from this courtroom at once. Please, wait, you have to listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor. Double homicide? What? So I knew somebody died during his first case because they mentioned it like ages ago, but I didn't think it was freaking a prosecutor and freaking, oh my god, there's so much crazy shit going on. And she's just chilling out here. Stay back. But look at all these ants. No one's allowed on the crime scene, period. Yo, this guy's, his design is crazy. Are these bullet holes? Nice him. Young Edgeworth, unfortunately getting groomed. I was so confused because I thought you were talking about the ants, but you were talking about a young Edgeworth. No one's allowed on the crime scene, period. Just who does this oddball think he is? This is becoming quite the hotspot. Isn't she Miss Rel's defense attorney? I like her earrings. Hey you, no running in the hallway, pal. And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. What is he gonna do? Oh, we can just walk around now? Crazy. Hey man, let me just watch him be named Swiss Cheese John. That'd be funny as hell. This sofa looks like it's seen its fair share of use, and it looks like another part of the courthouse is visible from the window. Ah, my eyes have locked with my reflection eyes in the bared window. As a student of Von Karma, I refuse to back down. That's your reflection, idiot. This guy. He's so stupid. I won. Bro, if you don't crawl out the window. And you are. Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor. A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I've told you my name now. Would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe, and just recently I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. Hey. Oh, well, not corny. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. I forgot how old they are. I think we should know from this, right? 60. God damn. 40. Oh, but we don't know freaking their ages. No. This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. We'll probably up to in a second. Yeah, hopefully. Maybe after talking to him, they'll show Gumshoe's age. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2. So you were on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, then I kind of froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range. Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went into the lobby number 2 together and both men were lying there dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Okay. Do you have a minute? You know I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh? I'll have you know, madam, that I settled under Manfred von Karma. Bro, don't wag your finger in her face. Don't take me for some naive novice. She's laughing at him. Do not take me for some naive novice. That's crazy. So you're a student of Von Karma? I should've... No, I'd cry if I was Edgeworth, bruh. No way you're getting clowned like this. I should've... Those clothes are a dead giveaway. Stop right there! These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts. Thanks for the great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. And if you're telling the truth, then you were about to go head-to-head in court. Wait, where do we hear this Yu name before? Is she the sister of the person that was gonna snitch on the thing? Wasn't there somebody's name like that? Gumshoe was 26 here. Damn. That boy young as hell. Edgeworth is 20 years? That sounds about right. And if you're telling the truth, then we're about to go head-to-head in court. Ah, but of course I've heard much about you, Miss Yu. Oh, but of course I've heard much about you, Miss Yu. You're a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something funny? Yeah, dead man, dead man. I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there? If that's the case, then why are you here? Nah, you know what? This might be my favorite character so far. Because I feel like that's exactly how I would react, bro. If Edgeworth was talking to me in real life, I would not be able to take him seriously. What's so funny? It's just that the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court only until a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alfred said you're anti-semi? What does anti-semi mean? Also, what's up, man, in the morning? Ask him about it later? What does that mean? I guess we finally talked to this guy, huh? This guy with the crazy jacket with the bullet holes. Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Tyrell Bad. Okay, that's a strong name right there. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Friday requested for me to testify in the trial. Callous to you. Oh. Ah, yeah, that's cool. I get it. Bro, she young as hell too. 22? Plain and simple. Mr. Ferrari requested that you be here. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Friday's substitution in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have the right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid? Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? Surely not. Is that a mirror? It's just a mirror. How dare you trick me like that? Friday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackerel, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Was there anyone else who went into the defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence. This guy is really testing my patience. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Homicides are my only gig. The Yatagarasu case is also one of my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics in order to assess if Mr. Friday really was the Yatagarasu or not. Well, looks like you just might have a brain after all in the head of your son. Son? I'm not your son, Pops. Miss Yu, there is someone here who wishes to see you. Who is it? A Koto Open Embassy staff member by the name of Manny Kocher. Bro, this is what I was talking about. This guy killed another lady with the last name Yu. Was that lady related to this lady? What? What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. I knew it, CCU! Wait a second, wasn't Manny coaching? I'll be right there. Bro, she's gonna die next. It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu. Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again. Now, You know who else is now? Freaking Mr. Amano. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Don't do it! He's gonna kill you. Fine, let's go. Yeah, she's getting packed up next. She's getting packed up next, bro. This is so dangerous. Bad. Von Karma. It's been a long time. I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. You know Detective Bad, sir? Yes, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad, the man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG8 incident? So I was right. Just what is that man doing wandering around here? That Faraday, I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma, I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing Edwards in charge of the investigation.
Attention!
Yo, it's little Von Karma. What the hell? Papa, how can you place him in charge? Francisca, what are you doing here? I'm here for summer vacation. What else? So before she had a whip, she had a... Well, what is this called? It's the thing that teachers used to have that they'd hit kids with in school, right? And like instructors in like boarding school, and I guess the military too. I don't know what they're called, but it's just a horse whip. I thought they had like different ones that the teachers use. I didn't know it was just a straight up horse whip. That's crazy. They were using that on kids? Why am I surprised, bro? I've been beat with like crazy things too, if I'm really thinking about it. Francisca Von Karma. So she's here on vacation from Germany. She's the daughter of Manfred Von Karma and a student of his who's also a junior to me. You're the one who's junior to me, don't you forget it. You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? Ha! If you were able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no problem at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never! I think horsewhips have the small paddle at the end. Oh, I mean, I've never seen a horsewhip, so I don't know. Let's look it up. Horsewhip. Yeah, it looks like horsewhips have a paddle at the end. And whatever she has, the thing at the end is like way more narrow. Instructor stick. Instructor beating stick. What? I can't think of what to Google to get like, because I've definitely seen these before. Tool instructor uses to hit people. No, that didn't work either. You know who has one? You know the lady in the Matilda movie, the one who wears like the green like the green like suit, the mean lady, and she forced that kid to eat the chocolate cake. She has one of those. Why does she always have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edwards to cover the case? Yes, I am. Why do you ask? A riding crop. Okay, hold on. Riding crop. So is it really just a horsewhip? It looks the same, yeah. Cause I looked up horsewhip from earlier. They look the same. How come that one is thinner? Did they just have like different size paddles at the end? Versus horsewhip. Oh, there are different ones. So there's jumping bats that have the flat thing at the end. Riding crops have the thinner ones. Dressage whips, trotting whips, touchiere whips, drop lash whips, stick whips, lunging whips. What the heck? Okay, well. At the end of the day, they're all used on horses. The more you know, and knowing is half the battle. Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself, and I'm 100% confident that I can do a better job than him. Bro, if she doesn't shut up, you don't have a freaking license to do any of this stuff, bro. Go pass the bar exam. That's just like Franziska. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad. Yeah. These two, what the heck? I don't think she's allowed to legally be here, bro. Now I know what they be beating with in the manhwa. I said the same thing. Yeah, what the heck? She has zero right to be here. Just because she's your daughter doesn't mean she can mess around with dead bodies and shit. At this point, I would have called HR. I would be like, this is crazy. He should have called HR. He should have called HR. Somebody should have called someone. What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene? This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Bad, and I will not tolerate complaining. No way you had to listen to that. I would have been like, call the chief of police, somebody. This is insane. Edgeworth, Franziska, I leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me. Hold up, Von Karma, I still haven't agreed to this. Why would you leave then? Everybody here is freaking crazy. You don't agree, but you leave so they can just walk in and do whatever they want. Miles Edgeworth. It's been quite some time, Franziska. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which one of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. He's not even a Von Karma. What do you... I mean, look, I get it. I get your way that he's taking your spotlight because you're, you know, the actual Von Karma, and he's like, you know, already ahead of you and blah, 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 but this is just ridiculous. Would it kill you to at least say hello? Long time no see. Very good. Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud. She hasn't changed at she hasn't changed a bit. Karma's goofy goobers for real. Miles Edgeworth. As I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name. For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter. No way they allowed it. It looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him, he never fails. Now, I'd appreciate if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. You're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be a most arduous task. Damn. This is crazy. So they just died on top of each other? This doesn't even make any sense. You're telling me bro stabbed this guy died. No, okay, though, I'm stupid as hell. Never mind. I take back everything I was about to say. Because I was saying the way their bodies fell, it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense. No! It still doesn't make sense. I was right. Because in either way, either order doesn't make any sense. Because you have this guy over here. Let's say this guy shot him first. That's why he's on the bottom. He got shot, he falls down. He's dead. How did the dead guy stab him and he fell down? And the reverse too. Let's say he ran up, stabbed him first. If he stabbed, he would have been like, ah, and fell backwards. And even if, let's say this guy was just him, demon time, shot him while falling backwards, right? He wouldn't be on top of him. This pile of bodies makes no sense. I should have never doubted myself. I'm not crazy. Second of all, why is there a bag of blood here? There's no way they scooped up the blood and put it in the bag. That doesn't make any sense. Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously? Even if they did. I mean, I guess if this guy ran up on him and stabbed him, and this guy didn't jump back, or instead he pushed forward, because again, he's just him, he's built different, and then he shot him, even then, there's no guarantee that he would fall forward. If anything, it'd be like, you know when you're making a house of cards, and you got the two cards and they're like touching each other and they make like an isosceles triangle? I feel like their bodies would have like hit like that and it would have folded up weirdly. Like this is too neat of a body pile. No matter how they shot or stabbed each other. But let me stop yapping. Let me lock in. Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously? Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they're finished talking. What are you talking about? I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who's truly worthy of the Von Karma name. A competition? The person that figures out the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name. Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolishly foolish mouth. Fine. Whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you accepting my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Ha! Well then, let's begin this investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am. Completed to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. Ow! What did I click into? I get here and I see two men on each other. They're being gay after June had to be done. That's a crazy statement. Roasting needs to be dealt with. Like who said that? Bruh, must have been the win. That doesn't work in chat, right? Fair! TLDR, Vara, we're in a flashback case to this guy's first case. Where this guy on the floor, the one on top with the darker suit, he's a prosecutor. And this guy was being sentenced for murder. But he said, I only killed him because this guy told me to. Because he's like some great thief, apparently. So because they said he was accused of being the one that told him to kill, they needed a new prosecutor to handle the case, and that was going to be him. But during the whole transfer, these two allegedly stabbed and shot each other to death. And that's where we're at right now. It do work. I promise you it doesn't. Kid? Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kids, kid. Also, what's up, Ivara? How's it going? How's your day? Hope you're having a good Wednesday, man. How dare you call me a kid as well? I'll do what I please. This guy's crazy, bro. He's always reaching for his gun, but the fact that it's a mirror there, not a gun, is kind of nuts. No wonder he has bullet holes in his jacket, bro. This guy pump fakes like he's gonna pull a gun out, and then people shoot at him. I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Being good, chilling. How about you? You know, same old, same old. Things could be worse. Hey, big guy. You're gonna watch over these two. Yes, sir, Detective Bad, sir. Now, do what I say from now on, kids. It's so crazy how Gumshoe's ordering them around, and then years later, he's basically their bitch. It's tough. You better not get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. Oh my, he folded instantly. How did he fold? You're a grown man. Eek! Then you, prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great, not even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm sure it might be black looking. Crazy. And if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. So even back then he was managing his salary? That's crazy. Falls in front of a whip, Shane? That's nuts. What's up, Safari? Welcome back, man. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. He's so naive. Detective Bad, I have a word with you. What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men be acquired? That's an excellent question. Because there's no way this guy was brought into court and he was literally in the courtroom before a judge and he just had a knife on him. Unless the bailiff was just trash. The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. Oh. It was used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Is there a watch on that knife? What the hell? Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could it have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? That might be my knife. Fancy knife with the watch on it. Chromacopia? Did I hear that right? I'm gonna say. Yeah, they're talking about the Tyler the Creator album, definitely. But then why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait. What if... Is it possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence? Gotta time my murders, you know? He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Huh, maybe you've got a brain in there after all, kid. Is he gonna treat me like a child forever? It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked it. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel like it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence as to protect the honor of the Von Karma name. There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. It's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of disturbance. Yeah, the tables all neat and tidy. Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know? Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off. Weird. The window is open, and there's a fresh flowery scent in the air. Oh, the flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through the window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Could they even get out of there? It looks like the windows are barred up. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? That's what I'm saying. That's rich. I don't know the context, but reading. Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one can get through these windows, right? Skinny legend. They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha! What was that outburst for? My detective's instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. L that fell first, see? Okay. You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking cranny. I gotta know why this blood is in a bag. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence. Oh, so that bag of blood is evidence? I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags of evidence be evidence of a fight between the two? That's a great question. How did they shoot and stab each other, but there's no blood anywhere except on this knife and in this bag randomly? That's crazy. Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rill and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess that does seem kind of strange. I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Must be Bloodbender past it. Oh shit, well, ads. Y'all got hit with ads, my bad. I should have said something earlier. Sub up, Prime sub, Twitch Turbo, whatever. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police's screening procedure needs a thorough review. 3-minute ads, you hate us? Hey man. I need those 10 cents that Twitch gives me, bro. I need it. Looks like Mr. L died with the knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck onto it. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Ouch! What did I do? I got hit for no reason. Doesn't even show why I got hit. No doubt about it. Was Mr. Friday carrying this on his personage? Yo! Shout out to Mark for the sub, bro. You should not have subbed. You should have got ad block or something. But I do appreciate it. I'm not angry. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on purpose? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about it. This is such a weird looking knife. Give me 3 more minutes of ads, I'll take him his birthday. If I could transfer ads to specific people, I definitely would. What else is there? I mean, there's this burn mark. Alright, it looks like a burn mark. His hand is all black down there, see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain. Oh, it's ink. Okay. Man, so you're darker than Sandy? What the heck? First of all, what's up, Doctor? That's a good, man. Second of all, crazy. An ink stain? Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I'm using my feather pen. Okay, but if that's an ink stain, doesn't that mean he's left-handed? Yeah, and if he's left-handed, why would the gun be in his right hand? Man must hate me then. Danny's burnt purple as fuck. Why did I get Spanish hat for McDonald's? A feather pen? I've never seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up, pal? Welcome back from your Spanish McDonald's. Mr. Earl's cause of death was from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Why can't you just move the body to see? Because you already have the pictures, right, of how he fell down. Barney the dinosaur? That's crazy. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Earl's cause of death with his body position like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are? I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Labby? Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir. And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will you? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir, understood, sir. What you told me to do? Of course they did. I worked until I was okay, so... Now this guy had to be rich, bro. Look at the freaking watch on the knife, the golden Cuban chain. He must have had money. I guess this is the pen they were talking about, huh? There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. That's where my shit went. Damn, he took your knife and your chain, bro. You gotta do something about that, bro. Hey, you. Hey, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad is always telling me you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. What can I do? He's dead? I'm sure if you pull up to whatever courthouse and tell them, oh, this guy took my stuff, surely they'll give it to you, right? Well, maybe not the knife. The knife is evidence, but you might get your chain back. Shot in the chest. It takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it's discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Earl must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. Okay, fair. You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Golly. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Earl is holding. Labby? Yes, sir. Verifying now. Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Earl was holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Can't confirm been shot before? Damn. I don't have Twitch extension, so I was very confused until I looked on screen chat. Oh yeah, the 7TV was, right? Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. The TDC buzzes, man. Honestly, I don't even doubt it, bro. The TDC, wild, absolutely insane. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Earl and fired. Okay, but if he shot him in the chest, you're saying bro was able to run at him after getting shot and then stab him in the chest? However, Mr. Earl managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot? That's... Second wind is crazy. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. Because if he stabbed him after, assuming, based on what Edward is saying, if this guy got shot first and then stabbed him after, wouldn't he be on top if anything? I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Can't confirm done it before. I guess we can connect this and this. That splash on Mr. Faraday's hand, I wonder if it might be ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. I mean, I think we can easily confirm. Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is ink from his fountain pen. I see, good work. Ah, you know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. Yeah, but the gun is in his right hand. That's what I said before too. So it's kind of weird that he shot with his right hand, but I'm sure we'll find out why, if he even shot the guy, that is. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so. Offhand shot. Lock into him? I don't know, but this guy's just a prosecutor. What are the odds of him being like that, you know? There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle, in which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Am I that confirmed never missed with a hand? Okay, maybe you're like that, but there's no way this guy's like that. I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside... Oh, that's on the outside. I thought that blood was inside the bag. Even then, that doesn't make sense, because like you said, Ivar, the fact that they stabbed and shot each other, and there's no other blood except for on that bag is ridiculous. I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow. Ooh, please get that blood away from me, pal. Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry. Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so, I'll leave it in your hands, pal. Just finished watching the new Panty and Stocking now. That's a freaky name for a show. I mean, it's a freaky show, honestly. We gotta go back to the body, because if we're assuming he's left-handed, why is the gun in his right hand? I already took this earlier. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Come on. Wow, this is insane. Mr. Faraday's holding a gun in his right hand. That's the one Mr. Rel got blown away by, right? Labby, your answer? Yes, sir. We found that the ballistic markings do match that gun. Oh, ballistic markings are they figurative fingerprints a gun leaves on a bullet when fired? Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it. Of course, I already knew all about that, pal. Maybe you'd be better off going back to the academy. Come on, sir, cut me some slack, will you? So the bullet that was fired from this gun is what felled Mr. Rel. That's how they found me. It's supposed to be dummy freak? Why is it not letting me deduce stuff? Or do I have to investigate this whole, do I have to investigate this whole thing again? It looks like Mr. Friday was stabbed with this knife. I swear we did this already. Youch, what's wrong, detective? My stomach started to hurt just from thinking about being stabbed. Just keep your mind in the case, alright? I swear we did this already. Mr. Faraday, how ironic is it for him to lose his life in a courthouse? Yeah, why did it have to be this, like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah. Then get back to work. Find out the cause of this murder. Right, I'm on it, pal. First he killed a Kodopian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know? Oh, what makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type of to have committed a murder or two. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Deadman. Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition? Yup, do you know about it? It's a special feeling that all detective... We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. Okay, I guess I got everything else then. I see. Did you figure something out? This is a competition, Miles, and as such, I'd appreciate if you didn't talk to me. As you wish. Yeah, I checked both of their wounds. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Remember, I'd be happy when someone... Yeah, I swear we looked at all this already. Why is she so mean? I can fix her, I promise you can. Do I really have to look at every single thing? Whoa. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge. What the heck? Wow. And way too noisy. You're the noisy one, Scruffy. Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. The foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie needs to show up on. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, okay, wow, I had to freaking touch the TV before I freaking... Alright. We can't conclude that quite yet. Oh, now it's gonna let me deduce? Bruh. We could have done this like 5 minutes ago. The theory that they simply killed each other, one another, is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that shows there's another possibility. No way, pal. I suppose I will just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. I won't, bruh, it's literally the gun. And it's the gun because he's left-handed, because he writes with his left hand, the ink's on his left hand, but the gun is in his right hand. And this boss somehow connected, yeah. Where's the pen here?
Eureka!
Eureka! Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Miss Friday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed, and yet the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand? I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. Okay, so let's assume Edris thinks there's a third person involved that really killed both of them. Right? How did they get in and out of the room if the window is barred? A person of violent intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Investigation complete. And I bet we're gonna start arguing with freaking Francisca now, aren't we, huh? She's about to be like, "You're stupid." Skinny legend. How skinny you gotta be to pass through these bars? December 10th? Yeah. What year? I don't know what year exactly, but surely, I can do a try. Here's the autopsy report. It is probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot. Damn, this guy built different then. He was shot in the chest and he survived enough to really stab the guy? That's crazy. However, Mr. Faraday died instantly from his stabbing. Interesting. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case. Are you sure we know everything? Of course. The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back and ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for doubt. Do you really believe that to be the truth? Ha! Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true? It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is. Don't worry, I will. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Okay. Those are the facts of this case. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that the logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory. Her third statement kind of shaky.
Hold it!
So you believe that the dying Mr. Rell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday. Mr. Rell became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled, and in the end Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound. It's really not. Can you really say that it's perfect? Why? What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, so if you could append that statement to your testimony. Fine. They struggled, and Mr. Rell used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. Gotta be cap. Yeah, didn't he say he didn't hear anything? Was on hall guard duty other than the gunshot didn't hear. Yeah, alright. If they fought, he definitely would have heard it. If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe, but the thing is, Detective Gumshoe's a dumbass, so this could get thrown out the window easily, honestly. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing. Ha! You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rell get his hands on the knife? Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It's not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rell saw a chance and took it at some point. That's fair. So, what you're saying is this. Mr. Earl took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Earl after being stabbed. Isn't there something strange on Francisca's statement just now? Yeah. Wait, something doesn't add up. Oh, really? It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Earl after being stabbed.
Take that!
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. Exactly. So how did he, like, what the heck? That he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after. Yeah, I was gonna say, her order of events sounds completely off. Ooh, you got me. You got me. Bro, she thinks she Walter White. But of course. Well then, if the report is correct, then there's only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Earl attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Earl. Therefore, Mr. Earl must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. That's the only explanation that makes logical sense. Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca. I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could. How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Francisca, you still got a ways to go. What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic? Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he died is what gives rise to the contradiction in the scene. The contradiction here in this crime scene is the order the bodies fell, bruh, and I've been saying that from the start. Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Earl. Then, the wounded Mr. Earl found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Earl died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which the bodies are piled. Exactly. If this guy died instantly, and this guy lived long enough to do that to him, he would have been on top. No! Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Earl's. Therefore, Mr. Earl must have died before Mr. Faraday. Impossible. Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must solve is... Oh, never mind. No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth. What now? I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that's even clearer now that the incident started with Miss Faraday's murderous intent. She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. Some more Elite Blade gameplay. I don't know how people be doing it. What's up, Neko? Are you talking about from Marvel's Rivals? Yeah. Wait, when is he supposed to come out? Because I know Bean was showing me like a image of Blade's design in the game, but I don't know when he's expected to drop. And I'm not saying like I'm gonna freaking tap in just for Blade, but you know. It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Earl's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order. What the heck? I just know that Francisca's explanation isn't absolutely correct. Month after the Firebird, I assume. I want to play Marvel's Rivals, but it's too comp for me. You're fine, bruh. I mean, as long as you're playing with people that don't care about rank, who cares, right? And it's not like you have to play rank either. You can just play like, you know, regular mode. I'm assuming there's a regular mode. I have yet to touch Marvel Rivals, and I probably won't because I'm not into team-based shooters or MOBAs. Or I guess hero shooters in this case, huh? All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. I'll force you into Rivals? I promise you won't. If my other friends haven't been able to because you're bad at games, how could you say that? It's so messed up. But yeah, all I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can then present her with evidence that proves the contradiction. Alright, what was she yapping about? It was just a chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rel's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. She's just saying whatever. Because earlier she said that the guy shot first, and now she's saying they attacked at the same time? Come on. What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hand. What? He had the gun and the knife in his hand at the same time? He made to attack Mr. Rel while holding both knife and revolver. And then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rel grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rel wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. That doesn't make any sense, because if he rushed at him with both the gun and the knife, and if he was close enough to grab the knife and stab him, it would have been a point blank shot, so there would have been burn marks on the wound, but on the gun wound, but there isn't. He had to have been shot from far away. Yeah, she's cooked. She's cooked. At close range, that is more than possible. Yes, it's possible, but well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got. Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony. I don't see any point to that, but as you please. The fact indicates, yeah, she's good. Where's the freaking...
Objection!
A check here? She's a kid still. Because this is like years ago. Yeah, right now she's 13. I'm here for gun. I'm here for gun. I'm here for fun and casual time. Fraudulent gunplay. It's not that competitive? Nah, that's cap. I've seen people play Marvel's Rivals and they be going crazy over it. So you believe they killed each other at a close range. Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it's written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Miss Rel's clothes. 13 is crazy. That's why she's so short. Yeah, but this is a flashback thing. The last time you saw her in the other case, that was 7 years later. This is 7 years prior. So she's shorter, has different clothes, has a different whip even. Yeah, okay. That's why she's so short. Therefore, Mr. Rel and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Ah! Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rel moved that far after being shot, that only leaves one possible explanation. What a completely foolish line of foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool. Why is she at 13? Bruh, it's because her dad... Okay, so... this is her dad, Manfred von Karma. And her dad is Edgeworth's mentor, who taught him how to be a prosecutor. And she was complaining, saying how it's not fair that Edgeworth gets to, look at the crime scene. I want to look at it too. And her stupid ass dad was like, okay, fuck it. Let both of them investigate. Even though she doesn't have a license to be a lawyer or nothing, he just said screw it. But because he has clout in the prosecutor place, I guess the courtroom said, oh, who cares, bro? Let's let it happen. They let a freaking 13-year-old on the crime scene and investigate 2 dead bodies, bro. Insane. What a completely foolish line, a foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool. If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? That's a good question. The person that attacked first with murderous intent, that would be... I think it's neither of them, honestly. I think they got set up. I think there was a third person. I just don't know how that person got in and out of the room. Neither. Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person here. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Ferrari and Mr. Rell and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit. Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing. Evidence? Correct. Exactly. Everything you've said up till now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Could you prove that there was a third person involved in the crime scene? Sure, of course. If a third person was truly here, the fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence? I'm thinking it's the gun, because the fact that he's left-handed but the gun was in his right hand doesn't make any sense. This bag is also sus too, because again, so little blood, but random blood on the bag. I'm going.
Take that!
The gun in Mr. Ferrari's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These 2 items point to the presence of a third person. How so? Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground, meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them around. Foolish no-show, you've forgotten that someone can use both hands. I mean, that's what it's obviously it's possible, but I don't know. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. Exactly. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, then they could use the bag to catch any... Okay, would they catch all of it perfectly, though? There's no way there'd be nothing on the floor from when they withdrew the knife. Then by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they were able to conceal their presence. I don't know. Looks like we've still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection.
Yo, it's the freaking attorney lady. Well, what the heck's up with you, pal? Now look at this old guy huffing and puffing. Why is he so pissed? Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? What did bro do? What's the meaning of this? Ha! Looks like you're not mad enough to discipline your own subordinates. You like your objection? It was pretty clean. It was pretty clean. Don't you dare. That detective claims he was there standing in front of the... Oh, is it because of the judge? Because I think the judge said he didn't see anybody, right? What did he say? He said something stupid. He's like, is there a birthday or something going on? Because he thought it was like a pauper or something. But I think he also said he didn't see anyone out there. Or maybe he didn't, I don't know. But the only reason he's here is because he probably has something to say. That detective claims he was there standing in front of the door the entire time, but I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie. Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let his honor explain it himself. I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. Aw, Gumshoe, what are you doing? See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie? Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No! Of course not, sir. It would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective. Okay, look. I know that him not being there, allegedly, is, pretty sus. But Gumshoe is too stupid to set up something like this, unfortunately. He's too dumb, bro. It could have been him. There's just no way. Which basically renders his testimony a complete lie. God dang. And wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles. I can't believe Gumshoe has done this. I mean, we're definitely gonna get into freaking back and forth with her for sure. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. What was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth, or so help me. I haven't lied to anyone, sir. Honest. I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time. Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? And then Francisca's gonna be like, hey, we're doing it. Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly. Perfection is the only wish of a discipline of Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what is that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe? I mean, it has to be the motive. What motive does he have to kill not just 1, but 2 people? One of them technically being his co-worker because he's a detective and they were a prosecutor. I suppose the one thing I'd like clarified is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe? You got a grudge against Faraday or anything? No, sir, not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir. Is that a fact?
Objection.
Oh, she like, hell no. You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe? I'm telling you, I am not lying. The more natural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know. If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy. Because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation. You're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice. I know she got a mean headphone. Crazy. It was about a week ago. I saw the detective get chewed up by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit." Damn. A brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut? That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation? Okay, that's okay. Fair. Could be a motive to kill the prosecutor, but what about the other guy? You totally misunderstand me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I can never hold a grudge. Quiet. We can't trust anything you say. Sir. There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed per se, but there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Miss perfect explanation may not be so perfect after all. Perfect. Inshallah, I'll never be in a situation like this. I would just be like, why would I kill someone over that? But people have killed for less? Literally. Literally.
Hold it!
You call your explanation perfect. Is it not to your liking? Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. Oh, is there something you wanted me to clarify in that case? What should I do? Yeah, raise an objective. What the hell? Gonna be like, prove it, bro? How? Yeah, because like, how do you prove like a non-existent thing? Like, I have no motive for killing them, but you know, the motive for killing the other guy. I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rel? His motive for killing Rel? Like, I would know. If there was no clear motive for both of them, okay, realistically, the way I would see it, if I was the lady, I'd be like, bro, he killed the prosecutor because of a grudge, and he's not gonna leave a witness, so realistically, he'd kill both of them, right? If there was no clear motive for both of the murders, then I doubt this incident would have occurred. Wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves? Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea. What? But that's impossible. She must know something. Wait. Can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh. I didn't even do anything, you're already laughing away. Well, anyway, the way I see it is, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out the way it did anyway. Oh? Would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation. Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight. Is that a requisite trait for being a Von Karma? Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you shut this rude woman up. I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids. There's no one out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. All you really have to establish is that someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rel, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they had killed each other. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? I should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. The second KGA incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member, and the two men both wound up as suspects in the case. Is there someone else I'm overlooking who is somehow related to them? Oh, bro, is it? Where is he? Is it this guy that killed him? And is she covering for him? But why would she cover for this guy when this guy allegedly killed her sister? That's kind of crazy. There's no one out there with a motive to kill both men. I think if we present the whatchamacallit, right? Yeah. Miss Yu, I believe there is someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up? What do you mean? We're looking for someone with the reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. I can think of at least one person that fits that bill. He was the suspect in the original KG-8 incident, and a member of the Kodopian embassy staff, Mr. Manny Kochin. And he was here. That's right, the very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Kodopian embassy staff, Mr. Rel, and the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG-8 incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Kochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men? Well, I suppose he might have a reason or two. You covered for me, pal? Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony. These are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it. You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Kochin for me. And remember, I will not be forgiving. Oh shit. You want to investigate Kochin? You just be wasting your time. And why is that? Kochin was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial, or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived. Then the only real suspect we have is still Detective Gumshoe. I suppose. No way, come on, Detective Bad, you've got to believe me, sir. I really was in the hallway the whole time. I never took a single step into this room, sir. Okay, then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway? No, there was no one else, sir. Then why should I believe you didn't do it? That is one incredibly foolish detective. Standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. It's as good as a confession of guilt. I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he's innocent, you'd think he would at the very least offer up a I spaced out while on duty or the like. Come on, Gumshoe. Time for your interrogation. Detective Bad. Damn, they're really taking bro away. Miles Edwards, I'll go on ahead and report this to Papa. And that, as they say, is that right, everyone? Ho, ho, ho. They're all just leaving? Well, I suppose we should be going back to our real jobs now, huh? Before we do, Miss Yu, there's something I'd like to speak with you about. What is it? She's still giggling. To have set these two men up and make it look like they killed each other. If there's one thing I cannot forgive, it's the desecration of the dead. Bro, freaking talk to her. So what do you want to talk to me about? The current case of the murdered Kodopian embassy staff member. I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG-8 incident. Is it raining? What the hell? Bro, why his finger in his face, but that's all he does, bro. This guy is just a freaking cocky prick. At least back then. I mean, he still is cocky, but in the present time, after getting humbled multiple times by Phoenix Wright, he isn't as much of an asshole. Bro, I gotta turn some lights on, bro. It's dark as hell here. It's because the sunset. Only among you law enforcement types. And what about it? I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG-8 incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. No, I believe you know much more since you're directly tied to the KG-8 incident. I'd appreciate it if you stop with the false accusations. Bro, we know your sister's the one that got smoked. What is she talking about? Baseless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know? I do. Sippy cup boy? Oh my god, bro. I'm never drinking water again. I'm gonna be dehydrated because of all you guys. I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here. Think you can stop making that ultra serious face in front of me? If you can please stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not gonna make any headway like this. I'm just gonna have to show her exactly how related to the KG-8 incident she is. We can just present the, where is it? Here. Miss Yu, I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KG-8 incident. That file is your proof? Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG-8 incident? To the victim. Your connection to the KG-8 incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Imagine he's just being racist and they just happen to have the same last name. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? Sorry, but we're not related. Yo, he's just a racist. Oh, you're cooked. What? Just kidding. You asked? That's crazy, bro. Imagine someone, your family member, you got smoked, but you're laughing because this guy's talking funny. She's built different. That I couldn't help, but I would do this too? That's insane. Miss Yu, I ask that you please tell me the truth. Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister, CCU. And they said she was like a secretary or something, right? Working for Mr. Amano or something? As I thought. And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impeding trial. Oh my god, I just want to make sure. Do they even show her? No, they don't. Will it show in this if I read it? No, it doesn't show. By Manny Cochin. But because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live. Oh, I forgot about that bullshit, bruh. That's so crazy that in this game, if you beat a case once, you can't be tried for it again. That's nuts, bro. And was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree. All because of lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence to the victim did exist. What? I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Coach's trial was over. Apparently a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence. Was that the Yatagarasu? Then the evidence had been tampered with. Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling ring being run out of the Amano group by one of its secretaries. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. Wow. How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense on this case that people are calling the second KG-8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much. I know. You mean you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Why did Mr. Cochin want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he'd arrived. He figured he should say hi and one other thing. Looks like you couldn't resolve anything this time either? Too bad? No way! Bro was taunting her after he killed her sister? That's cold-blooded. That is cold-blooded. Yeah, nah. We gotta catch this guy. What's that supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop it with that scary face already. I'm fine, really. I gave him a good slap across the face. The way she talks about slapping him as she laughs away is kinda creepy. But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. Oh, I just realized y'all got it with ads. My bad. If you're not sub up, bruh. That's all I can say. Or get Twitch Turbo. Or Twitch Prime if you got it. I think, is Prime Day done or is it still going on? If it's still going on, bruh, you got Amazon Prime, swing me the Prime sub. It's the least you can do. Or get a good ad blocker, honestly. Ads looking. See, you could be like Ivara, bro. You could be laughing right now at the people who aren't subbed up and who got hit with ads, bro. 3 minutes of ads? Crazy. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around and people in the gallery claimed that he was in his seat the entire time. So was it... Okay, but there's no way it was Gumshoe then. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Huh, sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. No way she's still laughing at this guy. Edgeworth, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we? Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I'll work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see. Look at you with your game face on, ready to go. I'm making no such face. Did you know? Laughter is the best medicine, Edgeworth? Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? Have I ever seen Edgeworth genuinely laugh? I'm trying to think. He's definitely laughed like condescendingly at people. But I don't think I've ever seen him like genuinely like, dang, that was funny laugh. I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. And here we go, this guy's tragic backstory. He watched his dad die in an elevator, scared of earthquakes, blah blah blah. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've got to get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. The KG-8 incident and this murder investigation. This is my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus that Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying even though the lie is hurting his chances. Wait, is he lying about being in the hallway or is he lying about not seeing anyone while he was in the hallway? And how are we gonna, bro, I don't like how they just trusted the word of that stupid judge. That guy's freaking delusional, bro. He be tweaking all the time during court. So I don't know how they're like, oh yeah, we can trust what he said, but whatever, I guess. Clearly this case is far from over. But whether or not the detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. To To be continued. Dang. I didn't think we were going to get into his first case in this game. Because they mentioned it in the trilogy, how his first case went crazy because of a murder and stuff, but I didn't realize it ran this deep. That's kind of nuts. How long have I been live for? 3 hours and 7 minutes? That's a good place to wrap it up for today. And then we can continue. Hopefully we'll finish the rest of this case next stream. But not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Got some decent progress today. Dang. It's crazy though, because so that means we knew Kay the whole time. Well, not knew, but like we knew of her. And the fact, well, I don't blame Edgeworth for not recognizing her immediately because 7 years, but still, I feel like he should have recognized when he heard her name, because she definitely said my name is Kay Farade, and I don't know why that didn't click for him. I mean, I guess again it's been 7 years, but if it was like based around his first case and everything going crazy, I feel like he would have locked in sooner and be like, oh, are you related to, you know, that other guy Farade? And she would have been like, yeah, that's my dad. And then he would have been like, ah, so you were that girl from 7 years ago. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm then again, Edgeworth, this is like not the first time where someone substantial that he met in the past, he re-meets them and he's like, huh? Oh my god, that's you? Edgeworth's kind of dumb sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, is there anybody that I want to raid before we get out of here? Who's live right now? You know what? We can raid Ronnie. We can raid Ronnie, who's playing Mafia. Yeah, we'll raid Ronnie. We'll raid Ronnie and then we'll skedaddle. If you've been in these streams before, you might know Ronnie, aka Plush Poppy. Good friend of mine, fellow VTuber. He's also a member of 100 Girlfriends. If you don't know what that is, and you care about finding out, you can click those links. If you're new here, you're not subbed to the YouTube, go sub to the YouTube. I'd very much appreciate it. I drop videos every Sunday. Literally dropped a video this Sunday about Uma Musume. And if you care about Uma Musume, you should tap in, bro. It's a good video. Raid message. We gotta think of a funny raid message, bro. Also, why is it so quiet? It's because the game music isn't doing anything. Where's the background music? Where is my background music? There it is. I don't know. I can't think of a funny raid message. Call me Tim Drake. I can't think of a raid message, bruh. Fuck yeah, I guess we'll just give the happy, the good old happy. You know what we should do? We should steal Roddy. Hold on. I'm gonna cancel the raid. We should steal his raid message. That'd be so funny. Just steal his raid message, but it just put my name instead. I think that'd be funny as hell. Oh my god, but I can't use his like his rating in his chat. That's the problem. Oh my god, I freaking hate Twitch now. Twitch is so ass, bro. Can't even click on someone's stream without shit exploding. What the heck is going on in his stream? Okay, if I go to like a past stream, I should be able to like see the chat there, right? No, wrong one. And then we can hopefully steal the raid message from there. Is what I'm hoping. Video available to subscribers. Don't do me like this. No. Oh no, I'll go to Chatterino. Chatterino will show me, right? Chatterino, you'll show me, right? Won't you, Chatterino? No, I'm kicked. Dang, I don't remember his raid message. Oh my god. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. Raid message. Happy Wednesday. That's the raid message. I'm sorry. I failed, yo. It was gonna be funny, but I couldn't do it because I'm not a funny guy. If you got emotes, be sure to use emotes. We got hella cool emotes made by the lovely and talented Miss Tyler Laguna, who now goes by Venom Flavor. day? Today's Wednesday, so I will see y'all on Friday for more Yakuza 7. If you've been watching those streams, you want to see that, tap in for the Yakuza 7 streams. Obviously, more Ace Attorney next Wednesday, so if you've been popping up for that, you want to see more of that, pull up next Wednesday. And we are continuing Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance on Monday, so pull up on Mondays if you want to watch that. Raid messages, happy Wednesday, unless I can think of something funnier, but I really can't. Wednesday. Yeah, that's it for me. Like I said, sub to the YouTube, stay safe, wash your hands, drink water, all that fun stuff. Use your head, use your best judgment, because the world is some crazy times. I'll catch y'all on Friday. And I'll use this time to think of a better raid message. No, you know what? Let's just raid message, happy Wednesday, but to Sour only. That's funny. And then he'll be like, what the heck do you mean, bro? It's not fair. That's the raid message. I think that'll be funny. Happy Wednesday, but to Sour. Sour's the name of his little pigeon pet, pigeon buddy that's on his streams. So surely that'll get a good laugh out of him. I guess enough yapping for me, bro. Freaking nobody cares. I don't even know if anybody's here, bro. Anyways, bye. See y'all on Friday. Stay safe. Drink water. Sippy cup.